Hey, what's up, guys? Brock here. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell, players. Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of This Week in Customs. It is a show, the only show on YouTube that takes a look at 1/12 scale custom action figures. Well, primarily 1/12 scale action figures. I will take a look at other custom figures. But anyways, thank you very much for your support and congratulations to Lee Aller Customs for his amazing Hydra, Captain America, and Throne. The fan vote goes to you, sir. Congratulations on a fantastic custom. What did you win? The admiration of the millions and millions of fans. Well, actually, thousands and thousands of fans that are watching our show on a weekly basis. Thanks to you fans for your support. We have an exciting week. Oh my gosh, there are so many customs, works in progress. My head's gonna explode. I'm so excited. Let's get on with it and opening up the show. Unbelievable custom by Dino Designs. This Venusaurus Rex Venom. Get it? You get it? Oh my goodness. The details. I love this picture right here. Wait for it right here. Oh, look at that. This thing is so crazy. Obviously, he's using this Jurassic Park dinosaur. That's what's underneath there. The scale is perfect for our Marvel Legends customs and so forth. Check out the teeth, man. Check out the inside part of the mouth. That thing is just unreal. Kudos to you. This thing, like, I want to make this. I don't know if I can. That is just beautiful, bro. Great job. Good work. And speaking of good work, Pounds978, you guys know him. You're familiar with him. I featured him on this. I had no idea who this character was, but I was immediately drawn by his design. As you can see, it was featured in a comic book, and Pounds has brought him to life. Look at this custom. It's beautiful. It is like it jumps straight out of the custom of the comic, and it's just an impressive looking. It's, I guess, Poison Craven the Hunter. Go take a look at his YouTube channel. He will put out a video, if he hasn't done so already, on how he made this thing. I can't wait to see it. Great job, Pounds. Keep it up. All right, enough said customs. I know they're very good customizer in the world of Instagram. Take a look at this beautiful death. I love the fact the paints are great. Fantastic. He's a very high level painter, and I just enjoy him geared up. It looks like a fantastic Deathlock custom. I would love to make this myself. See, the thing is, when I look at customs and they make me want to make one for my collection, you know that they're doing a great job. Who wouldn't want this Deathlock in their collection? By the way, I think he takes commissions, so hit him up, players. All right, speaking about cool, I think you guys know, I've said it before, I'm not a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know. I am not. I was past my time. I was a big boy when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out. So I'm not really a fan of them, but I am definitely becoming a fan of the design of Casey Jones, and I think he nailed it here. It looks really good. I definitely like all the weapons, and as you can see, I'm going to go through all these photographs so you can see all the gear that he has. Take a look at that. This dude is weaponized to the max. He's magnetized this strap right here, so it works. It can come on and off. Pretty cool. The weapon looks really good. Great job on Casey Jones. You guys have made, you customizers that have been making Casey Jones have made me a fan of the character design. Would I want him for my collection? Absolutely. No doubt about it. All right, take a look about just interesting figures. I don't know if TXT Customs even knew what the heck he was making here, but it just looks cool, right? Look at that face, man. Everything about this custom, I think the color combination too really pops. Beautiful looking gargoyle. What do you call it? Spider, vampire, gargoyle. He didn't even know what to name it. This is awesome, man. Great job. I like the design of the character, and man, who wouldn't want that on their shelf? All right. Here's another one, Kit Bash Customs. I feature him several times on the show. He does a lot of YouTube videos on how he makes his customs. So if you're interested, I think this Captain Falcon, I forget what his technical name is, but Captain Falcon looks good. I think the paint apps, I like what you got going on the backside, and the shield. Everything looks great in this custom. I like the goggles. Nice paint on the goggles too. It makes it actually look like they're lens, like real lenses. That's a standout custom. Good job. All right, so this is a very cool concept Star Wars. I'm not familiar with this particular character. Arcane Rubber Hobby is featuring a custom that was made by DTG Figures. Really cool looking. I think we got some soft goods going on there. The paint is fantastic. You see how the on his pants there, it actually looks like he's been out in the dust. And here's another figure. I believe it's going to be by the same customizer. And yeah, it definitely is DTG Figures. It's another like desert looking. I like this horse, how he's wrapped the horse. It looks like they're out in the desert. I think that's what we got going on here. It looks fantastic. Great job. Thanks for featuring DTG Figures on your channel. All right. Third World Collector has this really cool Howard the Duck with his, I guess, like mechanized armor. He's got a YouTube channel and he can actually show you. It's actually a pretty simple custom. A part of it is because the lower part is actually going to be a Funko Pop. But what he did is he made that duck head out of a Daffy Duck, and it looks really good. Go check that out. He's got a video how he went about doing that. Dead Hood Customs coming with a sweet, bad custom here. Bad Rock, very good. We saw the works in progress pics. Now it's completely finished. Definitely throwback to when I was reading it. Was this guy, was Bad Rock in Youngblood? I know he was in the Image comics, and I know he had a run on his own comic, but he was part of the team. I think it was part of Youngblood. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but what I am right is that is a cool looking custom. Fantastic job. The Solastan, he was introduced last week, I believe. He does Star Wars customs. This is a sweet looking trooper. The paint is great. He's saying that he doesn't think he's completely finished. He's not completely happy with him, but from my looks, I mean, I really like the color combination there, and then the purple that you added there makes it almost look like there's a purple light somewhere off screen hitting it, and I think it really, I mean, it looks very well done. All right, the Hottest Fuzz Customs. I don't know what the heck that is, but it looks cool. I think it's some sort of horror, and he refers to it that there's a movie that's coming out. I'm not familiar. Please put it in the comments below. I don't know what it is. If it's a horror movie, I'm too scared players. I'm not gonna watch it. But look at the detail. That looks like it's a football that he's using as a mask. I don't know. But it's definitely a cool design, or an interesting design for a character. I've never seen anything like it, so it stood out to me and I wanted to include it. Captain Snicked here. I see that face, I'm thinking Dutch. But he's doing, what is he? Oh, it is Old Man Dutch. So check it out. And again, this guy does really good stuff. Are those? No, those aren't soft good pants. It almost looks like soft good pants. And what I really like about this figure is the camo paint. You pulled off the camo paint on his armor very, very well. Good job, good looking custom. Action Panda. I believe I've shown this spawn before. I have never seen this photograph before though. This is man, what a great photograph. Action Panda definitely has an eyeball for how to take really good pictures. Obviously he's adding some effects in there, but the custom is really well done. It looks like the cape was made by Harker Customs, who's my go-to guy for soft goods. Man, great look all the way around on that. All right, check this out. Gina's Veil version 2. I guess he's done the version 1. Let's take an up-close look at him here. Really well done with how you pulled off the space-looking part. I'm curious if you just dotted it, or if you did, you put a little bit of paint on the end of the brush and you flicked it on there. And then I really don't know how you did that. I think you probably just flicked it on there because it's so random. It looks really well done. I think this is a character that definitely needs an update from the Marvel Legends. The old one has not done well, you know. It has not aged well. Pin Particles, really good looking sculpt of a head. I think he's going to be selling that in the future, so keep your eyeballs out if you're looking for a closed mouth face. Obviously the one that Hasbro included is going to be when you're posing, you know, the figure in more dynamic poses. But if you're going to be doing a pose like this, especially if you do ACBA or just toy photography in general, and you want him like a calm pose, sitting down, reading a book, you know, perched or whatever, you're probably going to want a calm face, and I think he's done a good job with that one there. Kedra Customs with this Weapon X. I like that hair, man. Reminds me of my chess players. No, I'm not that bad. I'm bad, but not that bad. But yeah, really good work on all around. I don't know. I don't have this figure. I didn't buy the figure. I don't know if those tubes were included. If they weren't, good idea. What are those things? Maybe they were included and you just painted the substance in the back. I know you've added the blood on here. Looks like you've added some like a 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, good work, man. Let me see, you got another one on here? There you go, unmasked face. All right, here is another Captain America Falcon. I don't know exactly. Sam Wilson, Captain America. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I really like the colors here. There's just something about it that makes the paint pop. Red, white, and blue, you know, my favorite colors. Obviously Captain America is my favorite character, but here they just stand out, don't they? The paint apps really work. That white is, you know, super crisp against the outline of the red and the blue. I like that figure. Captain Snicked again. It looks like he's finished most of his Reavers on here, and they look great together, don't they? I'm not sure if that's. Wait a second, this Bone Breaker. Oh, okay, there you go. That's what I thought. Bone Breaker is not completely finished, but you can see what the team looks like together. There's this pretty boy. It looks pretty good. I like how that team is shaping up. All right. Some of you may not be familiar with Corban Customs. I recommend that you go to his page and you take a look at it. He's a very talented customizer. I wanted to show you this because this was his very first custom, and it looks great. I don't know how long, 7 years. Wait, hold on a second. He started back in 2012. So yeah, 7 years as a customizer. He puts out some amazing stuff. This was his first custom. You can definitely see the progression when you compare it to newer stuff. But man, he did his homework on that character. The character design looks good. I don't know if it's based on anything, but it is a good looking piece. All right, Panji Kusumo. I'm sure I'm butchering your name of, let me see, Panji Kusumo. No, it looks like I may be saying it right. Correct me if I'm wrong, player. He is, look at the before and after. I love seeing shots like this. It's actually working off the SH Figuarts Hulk there. That's a pretty trash figure in my opinion, the actual look of it. But he's turned into something not trash. He's turned into something pretty awesome looking that stands out and draws your eyeball to that. For a second there, I thought it was Doomsday. And is it Doomsday? It is. It's just a Doomsday and SH Figuarts version, and I like how that looks. Oh boy, how am I going to say this? Shaz. How about I just call you Shaz, player? A good looking Angel custom right there. Good job on dry brushing on the inside, especially the closer to the body they are. I think the paint there looked pretty good. And I think this is another guy that eventually Hasbro's probably going to give us. The old figure is pretty cool, but the base body isn't very great. All right, Raffaello Customs with this Storm looking fantastic. He sculpts all that stuff on the hair. Really a good customizer. Everything he puts out is actually I'm a fan of. Rocksteady and Bebop right here. I don't know which one's which, to be honest, because you don't know. But hey guys, I'm showing you. Arrow, good job. They look like the characters. I've seen the characters, and I'm probably never gonna make one, but you did, and they look good. Draw Customs right here. He just finished his own Iron Man, and he did all that sculpting right there on the chest. You can see his works in progress. I think it came out pretty nice looking, player. Good job. All right, talk about not having any clue what these characters are. I've heard of Kamen Rider Yotuyabeda on Twitter. I guess he's not even on Instagram, but Custom Kamen Rider is featuring his work right here. For those of you that are into this line, I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. You can tell they've done a great job in the painting. I just have no idea what they custom up, players. I don't know. It looks good as a design. Finally, something I do recognize. Great job, Podong right here. Good job on the Speedster, of course, that I'm forgetting. Oh, Quicksilver, that's right. It's the movie Quicksilver. Really, it actually looks pretty close to the actor as I remember him. Yeah, man, good job. What the heck is this? I don't have any idea who it is. He's calling it an Omega. But my eyes are drawn to that head sculpt. There's just something very interesting about it, and it looks good. I don't know. I don't know who he is. Who is it? Do people know? I don't know. And you guys are probably going, "Oh my gosh, this guy's such a dummy. He doesn't know who it is." I don't. Enough said custom right here, made from a multiverse Joker. He built that hat, and he added a wired cape. Is this Zorro? Who is this? The Shadow. His name's The Shadow, and it looks good. Another interesting looking design. I love the way that face looks, right? That Cyclops looking, it's called, I guess his name is Basilisk. I did look him up, and he does look like he jumped out of the comic. Good work, man. Lee Aller, he's actually the winner from this week in Customs. We just congratulated him. He's put out this Daredevil amazing paint job. The paint just, you can tell he knows what he's doing, right? He knows how to work an airbrush. And this is where you newer customizers, and even me, and I've been doing it for a while, but we can all learn from his paint apps. Look where he's doing the highlights. Notice it's at the top of the chest, some in the shoulder, the top of the bicep, the very crown of his head. You see that? And then moving down to his leg. It's where you got to imagine where light would be hitting, and that's what he's done, and that's what it gives the figure that depth. I always say depth of field. I don't even know if that's the right term for it, but it just gives the not only character to the figure, but then you can really just see the muscles, and it actually looks more realistic, and that's what you can do with highlighting. So pay attention to folks that know how to paint and try to emulate where they're highlighting, and that's how you can start improving some of your figures. Here's a new customizer to me anyways on Instagram. I've seen his work out on Facebook, and now he's putting a lot of his stuff on Instagram, and he does fantastic work. That looks like he's using the, is that the Marvel Select shrunken down for, I think that's what it is. And he's using the Toy Biz cloth good coat. And in the next couple of pictures, you're gonna see other customizers doing Gambit. They're all gonna look fantastic, but they're gonna be completely different from each other. The design's gonna be similar, but you're gonna see that when you add your own style to the figure, it can look different from other people, which is great because we're not all the same. For example, Panjik Usumo right here has done this really nice looking Gambit, am I right? And there's the base body. And if you look really hard, you can see the base body in there. But otherwise, I mean, he's done a lot of sculpting. He added obviously the hair, but he's using that face, and that face I think works really well for Gambit. Here's another Gambit right here, Kyler Robinson Customs. Here's his finished piece, and the reason I wanted to show this one last is because he does a lot of this work in progress, so you can see how he got this result. Go follow him. He does video series that he shows you the progression, and it's actually on Instagram, and he has it on his highlights. Go check it out. So you can see where he sculpted the belt. He also messed around with the knee pads. I think he added the old Toy Biz knee pads to the finished custom. He did some sculpting there by his armpit, and he added his own paint apps. And the end result, here's a video so you can see it, just really, really nice looking figure. He's made this figure look premium figure. And that's what I've been saying all along. You take the base figure and you make it look great. All right, Red Metal Red right here has done a, is this actually a character? He could be, because the Spider-Verse is very large. He's taken this Black Knight and he's made him into a Spider-Man character, which is pretty cool. And look at the sculpting on this. I think this is just scratch built from the very beginning. He's done Ego the Planet. The paint apps are really nice. I like the different shadings of blue, but the sculpting, man, fantastic work. I've seen people use like beach balls, or not beach balls, but like foam balls that you can pick up at you know, Walmart or Target or whatever. All right, Luinating Customs has the, what is this right here? It's a War Hulk. Yeah, and there you go. I can't see that smaller picture down there. I couldn't see the face that well. So it is a War Hulk. You can see it is a large figure, because for the kilt part, that's going to be Maestro kilt that he added a skull to. Pretty cool looking piece. Here's Nikki Nicole. She was featured on last week. And for those of you, I haven't seen too many Predator customs, but here's some Predator customs. Again, when I'm not familiar with the lines, guys, I apologize. I am not going to know exactly what is customized. Other than the paint, I can see where paint apps have been added, and they're done very well here. Nikki's done a pretty good job. Action Panda. My gosh, look at this spawn. That is crazy. The photography is pretty cool. You got some effects. This is kind of like, you can see the figure. There's not much effects added here. And the paint job on that head, it looks like you may have sculpted that yourself. I know that McFarlane put out some of these spawns, but I'm not sure if you may be using one of the heads there, and I'm not familiar. But regardless, this thing looks, like you said, fire, player fire. All right, now let's move on to repaints. And I wanted to start out with Symbiote Seeker, because he always thinks, repaints, they're so easy to do. They're not that great. Yeah, player, they're pretty freaking great, and I'm using your repaint to show everybody here. Look at the picture on the right. That's what we got, and it's a great head sculpt. Fantastic head sculpt. The paint is even pretty darn good in my opinion, but then all of a sudden you put an artistic flair to it. You add a little bit of love. Look at the eyes. They look like they're like, man, they're like blazing, right? And then the shadowing around the eyes, it just give it a more realistic look. But my favorite part of this whole figure is at the teeth. Look at the teeth on this dude right here. Let's take a look at a video so you can really appreciate it in natural light. That is a fantastic job of painting. And man, here's another picture, and this is what I wanted. He did the nails, he did the hands, and I think he's going to do the rest of the body. And I wanted to really spend some time here to really call him out. Do some more repaints, player, man. Look at the talent you got. The rest of us can benefit, because we can take a page out of your own book and start doing it ourselves. By the way, that guy does take commissions if you're interested. He's in Australia, so you Aussies go hit him up. All right, John Walker Custom has repainted this Han Solo head. Really good work, man. I like it. Makes him look realistic. Here's another one that's repainted. This is obviously that is the Toy Biz head, right? Yeah, it's the Toy Biz head. Look at that. Good work, man. Added some blood effects on there. That may have been a fully customized figure, but I didn't really pay that hard attention to it. I should have. All right, Phoenix Force Creation, he's extended the hair, or resculpted the hair, and then he's painted up the figures. It looks like he's definitely highlighted the lips. I don't know if he added anything to the eyes. It's kind of hard to tell, and I didn't read through there. If you're interested in doing this to your figure, go give him a follow. He does a lot of repaints, and they're fantastic. Golden Hand Customs. Look at the eyes, and that says it all. The one on the left, okay, understood. It's a factory, you know, they put a lot of these figures out, and all of a sudden, look at the difference, man. It changes the entire look. That is the exact same figure, folks. He's just added paint. Good work, Golden Hand Customs. Now, I don't know if this is a complete custom by Arrow, but because I feel like I've seen this toy before. But what I do like is the paint. The purple paint's really done well. Is that an LED light inside wherever that dude that I don't know his name is? Because obviously he's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What I do like is the design of that figure, and I think the paint applications are done really well. Here's James Roseborough. He has done some highlighting to the chest and thighs and arms, and the overall figure. I think that looks 1,000 times better than what gave out. Even what you've done to highlight the face, and actually I contacted him and encouraged him to paint the mouth. I think he's able to do it at the skill level that he is at. So I want to see what he told me he was going to do it. So I want to see what the results are. And if you just go back a couple slides and you see what Symbiote Seeker did to Caliban, if you can try to outline the teeth in Beast Mouth like that, paint the inside, highlight, and you know, I actually add some shadows, you will have an awesome looking figure on your hands. All right, I included this one simply because of the blood effect. I mean, that is super realistic looking. It looks like this is an Alexander Ovechkin figure. I am not a hockey fan. Maybe some of you are. This is a zombie hockey player. I know some of you guys are into that stuff, but it's just a very interesting looking piece just by adding that blood effect in. It looks great. JLC Plastic Arts. Oh my gooly gooloos. No, this is not a finished custom yet because it's missing the hands. That's why I included it on here. And this guy takes a lot of good pictures, so I want to see when he finishes this custom. Man, in my opinion, it'll have a great chance of winning the fan vote on whatever episode it's featured in, because that's a beautiful piece. Good work, man. Holy goodness. All right. Can you guys see that? You have to pay attention to the details here. Markai Lab Creations. He is a master kit basher, and he is doing something here I haven't seen it done. This is like this character is being ripped open, and he's got quite a few people in there, right? You got Hulk and Banner, and that is a mix. Let's see what's another shot here so you can see. It looks like he's using the bullseye head. That's I think my favorite Hasbro head sculpt. I've probably said it a bunch of times. And then he's got another giant Hulk head. And is that is it the 18-inch Hulk or the 14-inch Hulk that was on Amazon for like $32 and I failed to pick it up? Man, impressive looking thing. I am so looking forward to seeing this custom finished, because this thing, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be super posable, but it doesn't need to be because it looks dynamic. Look at that. You can feel this thing getting ripped open, man. Like the Banner and the Hulk inside, I think it's like a concept piece. And there's a new Hulk comic that I've read. It's very interesting, and it's almost a little bit on the horror side, if you know what I'm saying. Captain Snicked here, working on a Swamp Thing, right? It is a Swamp Thing, and it is looking pretty awesome. He's done a lot of sculpting on top of the Man-Thing. That's Marvel's version players. And it looks like he's added some electro effects to the head. That's probably going to get painted later on. Can't wait to see that finished. Cam's Custom Figures. Who in the heck is this thing? Or who is this guy? Cyberpunk. What's cyber? I'm not familiar with it, but it just looks super interesting. And I just love interesting looking figures. I think you got something cool going on here. Even from your work in progress shots, man, just looks good. I mean, this is going to be an awesome looking figure when it's done. All right, Man Ape. Yes, this is a perfect body for Man Ape in my opinion. I've seen other customizers use it. Oh, there's another Maestro sash being used right there. That's the Jesse Quintero head sculpt from Big Head Studios, and it looks like he's done a lot of work. I think the paint apps are coming out really nice. Painting white and making it look, the shadows and the highlights, you're doing a great job, player. I'm gonna keep an eyeball because I will be doing one too. Actually, I started mine. Stigma Custom Collectibles, right? Yep, here's a work in progress pic of his Clone Wars Mace Windu. It looks like he's using some Captain Rex parts. Is that the Mace Windu that just came out? It's probably the Mace Windu that just came out. There you see he's using parts from the Rex figure, from the Mace Windu figure, and he's just doing some modification to the joints to get it to fit. And that's a little sanding stick, nail file, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, can't wait to see that finish. I'm enjoying all these Star Wars customs. Kyler Robinson, here's a work in progress for a Jean Grey, and he's obviously airbrushing right there. You can see the difference of when people add airbrush versus hand paint, and I think that's going to be a good looking custom. All these are going to be great customs. Yeah, man. I've been looking at this one from the very beginning. He's actually using a KO Thanos SH Figuarts body under there. And this is going to be a big boy cable. I think he said, was it 38 pouches? Yeah, 38 pouches. Very well done sculpt. And I'm sure the paint job is going to be on the money. This is also going to be a custom, in my opinion. Well, I'm a cable fan, that I think will have an opportunity when it's done to win one of the This Week in Customs episode. Speaking of Thanos, here I'm Very Harsh has done a modification to the waist. I don't know why Hasbro didn't just give us a little waist swivel. Customizers are doing it. I think this may be the first time I've actually seen a waist swivel added. So kudos to you. Thanks for sharing it. Demonic Poo Creations. This is a work in progress. Is this an Omega weapon X or Weapon Omega or something like that? I think this is a Weapon Omega. In a second there, I'm going to show you, or a second here, I'm going to show you. Oh no, I guess I didn't include it. But you go to his page, you can see his work in progress picture of his sculpting. Here's someone that's doing a custom beast, and I don't know what upper body they've used, but you know, a lot of people prior to the Hasbro, the recent release of Beast, were using the Sasquatch, the old Sasquatch body as or parts to make custom Beast figures. Victor Alva Customs is doing a completely different custom. I don't recognize that upper body. I wonder if it's, I don't know what you've done, but I'm going to definitely keep an eyeball on what you are doing. Knowledge Art 77, he is working on a Punisher Buster, and it's already looking pretty cool. It looks like he's using the Build-A-Figure. I think that's the Build-A-Figure, or maybe it was the one that came, the Hulk Buster that came in the 2-pack. I don't know. I can't wait to see. I love this, the concept idea, or the character. I should say, I love the character design of this figure. All right, Bride Weevil. I don't even know why I try. But work in progress shot of this Beast Boy. Interesting. It's going to be a large figure using that head, so can't wait. Tosh Customs is working on a Bane. I already like the style of that mask. Now we are going to have some caps. The shield. And Dog Reviews here has done he's torn a shield. I think he just recently put out a video on his channel on how to go about doing this. So if you're interested in getting a broken shield, I don't know why they didn't give us a broken shield with the new release. And here's Gabriel Roman 83. He's done one too. I really like how you rip your shield there. And I think he's going to be using the newer head or maybe even the newer body. He sent me a picture of it. And I think he did a really good job on making that look worn and as it's been in battle and lost. R2K Troopers are making this weapon available for your Thanos. So if you are interested, hit him up. I think he's going to be using pre-order. He's going to be taking pre-orders pretty soon. All right, folks. So that comes to the end of the main body of This Week in Customs. Now on to the 5 figures for the fan vote that you will have an opportunity as soon as this episode is over to go to my community tab and cast your vote. And here they are. All right, the first custom for the fan vote is going to be Dino Designs Venomsaurus. Great work on this custom. The second one is going to be the Poison Craven the Hunter by Pounds978. The number 3rd one is going to be the Star Wars custom figure by DTG Figures. The next one up for your vote is going to be Kyle Robinson's Customs Gambit. And the final custom for your vote is going to be this Casey Jones by Tanuki Ninja. Thanks for coming to watch and participate in This Week in Customs episodes. It really is all about showcasing all these beautiful custom figures from these amazing, amazing artists. And I want to send a special thanks to you, the fans that are making This Week in Customs a pretty hot show right now. We're the only show on the internet that is focusing on these customs. Thanks for your participation, and stand by for a few more that were submitted to hashtag This Week in Custom this past week. Peace.